Bread and butter pudding is one of those things, I mean, it's probably got a history of thousands of years, but it's a great way to use up leftover bread. What I want you to start for me is to make a little cinnamon sugar up. So I've got half a cup of brown sugar and a couple of tablespoons of cinnamon, just to make a nice cinnamon sugar to sprinkle over the top. Here I've got a day-old loaf of brioche that we're going to slice up and butter generously before we layer it into our dish. All right, so it's a great way. I mean, you could use any leftover bread that you've got. You could do it with sourdough. I've seen people do it with croissants before, or you could do it with raisin bread. Any sort of leftover bread you've got, but this will be really nice. So I'm just cutting straight through the centre. Then I just want some thick slices. Now I've got some butter that we've softened, so I've left it out for a few hours, and I'm going to butter each piece generously on both sides,
Do you know what? I'm going to help you. I'll never hear the end of it. I'll help.
Let's get buttering, and then we'll layer these in, and then we'll have a look at the rest of these beautiful ingredients.
Sure.
They don't call it bread and butter pudding for nothing, do they, Jo?
I can see where the name comes from.
Now we want to just layer our brioche pieces just into our dish, and we need to make our little custard. So just to help the custard to set, we're going to mix about 3/4 of our beautiful creamy vanilla custard with 2 eggs, if that's all right.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Thank you. I'll just layer these in.
Where does this originate from, Tim? Do you know? Is it a UK dish?
I thought you would have known better than me. I could see this made in the Scottish Highlands. We're using over the leftover bread on a cold, snowy day.
We're just using a ready-bought custard.
Ready bought. Oh, I love it. And we've always got one of these at home. My wife loves it with apple pie. I mean, the kids love it with some tinned fruit. Like, it's a good little sweet treat.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm quite partial to a custard.
Yeah.
I do love custard.
So we've just layered in our bread here. Now, some accoutrements. I'm using some tinned apples to go for that apple pie sort of vibe, but in a bread and butter pudding. So just normal tinned apples.
Could I just use fresh apples?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You could use fresh apples. That'd be great. But for the convenience of it today, just using tinned. Okay, then we've got some raisins. Just for that little pop of sweetness, we're just going to sprinkle our raisins all over the top. Then we've got some walnuts. It'd be great with macadamias or Brazil nuts, pecans. If you want to do the honours, Jo, I just want you to pour it all over. Look at that. This is super easy. I mean, for a quick dessert, you've got a few people around, you've got some leftover bread, you can whip this up in no time.
Yeah, I am thinking this is real comfort food, isn't it? I'm feeling like a warm, cosy night with the fire on.
You'll need a nap after this, that's what you mean. All right, then we've got some of that cinnamon sugar, and as that cooks, that's going to help our pudding to caramelise, and that sugar will melt.
And how long will this take to bake, Tim?
About half an hour, about 180 degrees, just until that custard's set.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Let's get it in the oven. Ta-da!
That's a pudding. There's no doubt about it.
It's definitely a pudding. All right, because it's bread and butter pudding, we're going to add some more butter. So I've just got some butter that I've had melted in my pot, and all I want to do is just, with the pastry brush, just glaze that over the top. Just makes it nice and glossy when you serve it on the table. Okay. Just using that store custard, that beautiful creamy vanilla custard, mixed with those couple of eggs, and it's made the most fantastic pudding. Look at that. Okay. Now, you probably don't need too much of this. I mean, I'd add another scoop, but this will do.
You're going to hold back just because I'm here.
Now, I'm a bit retro, so I love a bit of the good old icing sugar dusted over the top. Why not? I mean, bread and butter pudding using old brioche made with that delicious creamy vanilla custard. Really?
You could even add some custard to it to serve, couldn't you, if you wanted?
Yeah, in fact, you read my mind. A little bit more custard just drizzled over the top.
Wow.
Let's grab a spoon. I need to get a little bit of everything. so rude. Sorry, you should have gone. I was so excited.
You were so excited. You're pushing me out of my comfort zone here. Into comfort food.
I just respect you for trying it.
Look, there's no doubt about it. It's delicious.
It's pretty
There's
buttery.
a reason you chefs love cooking with butter and sugar and all that stuff. Delicious stuff.
Bread and butter pudding, guys. I mean, give this a go. So simple. Custard, pudding. What else can I say?
It's a family dessert.
Yeah.